Hi, today I'm going to explain why Reddit is the biggest communication platform for spies in the world. But before I do that, we'll have to do a little bit of history. In the old days, handlers would use number stations for their spies, and still currently there are a few active number stations. What number stations do is basically sending a set of numbers so that the spy can listen and hear 45321, 45321, and then knows, okay, I have to do the following. Now, let's listen to one. And this one we've been listening to is from North Korea. Now, how it works is that the lady says, let's call the problem. And then she says a page number 493 and then a number 34. That means at page 497 or 493, you have to look at word number 34. And this way, if you put these things together, you actually can get a kind of a message. Now, the problem with number stations is that it's a one-way communication. And that is, of course, very unpractical, because if your spy wants to tell you, hey, I have something really important, then the spy should be able to communicate with you. The CIA started about 10-15 years ago in the Middle East with a novel network solution. What they would do is they get a spy, which we can see here at the bottom. This is the spy, and the spy would connect to an estate agent. Then the estate agent would be on an independent server, but encrypted the communication would go to the CIA, and from there it would go back to the independent server, and then to the estate agent webpage, and then to the spy. Now, how would that work? I'll show you how that would work. Hi, I'm John. What can I do for you? I'm looking for a 2-bedroom house with 2 toilets. I'm sure I can help you. What neighborhood are you looking at? I'm not sure, but prefer close to public transport, like bus station. I have about 15 nice apartments. That sounds good to me. Can you send me some sales prospects? Will do, just leave your contact information. Now, what we looked at here was a very simple message saying 22, which makes it 22. I would like to have a meeting on the 22nd. And John says, okay, I'm sure I can help you. That means I am available. What neighborhood are you looking at? I'm not sure. I prefer close to public transport, like bus station. That does not necessarily mean they will meet at the bus station, but bus station is a code word for maybe a museum or a hotel. And then John says, I have about 15 nice apartments. And the other confirms, that sounds good. That means, yes, we will meet at 3 o'clock. Now, this all worked really, really nice. But then the CIA took that system to be active in other countries, among other in Iran and also in China. At some point, Iran figured out what was going on, because they arrested somebody that was taking information and giving it to the Americans. And they learned how they communicated. So what Iran did was, actively started looking for people that would communicate with real estate agents. They would also look if these real estate agents actually were actively selling apartments or houses, or if they would only be always online so that you could chat with them. It took them a few months, but eventually they arrested 17 people. And I believe they also killed them. But more than that, they also contacted their friends, and among others China. And in the same way, China managed to arrest 30 spies, which pretty much meant that the whole network that the CIA had in China was demolished. Now, I'll show you how Reddit is used. I'll have a short little video how you can communicate as a handler with your spies far away, and how your spies can answer back without that it is suspicious. But I will show you how it works. We are going to have a look at Korean food. This is a relatively small subreddit. It has, I think, 56,000. Now we're going to look for a number. 2019, we have a number here, we have a 2 here. That is probably not it. Now let's say that they want to communicate. You have to hack some kind of security organization. And we'll just go over all these recipes. We do not click on them, we just look at them. Get a phone, no, that's a commercial. You like my last japchae photo, over 500. Okay, so we have a number here, so this is interesting. The meat, chili sauce, garlic, sugar and soy. SGSSO. Now, and then if we go to Google and we see, okay, what is SGSS? Okay, so let's say that you want to send a message that somebody has to hack SGSS, then you've just done that. And would this be relevant? Society General Security Service, probably it would be relevant. And last but not least, let's have a look. Why Reddit? Well, Reddit is open. That means you can go to a library, write Reddit, and you can read all the headlines. That means you don't actually actively have to be at home or use your own account, but you could use your account, because even if you do that, the person that might be monitoring your activity can only see that you are on Reddit, but not which kind of headlines you're reading. There is no peer-to-peer communications needed, which we have with many other social media. And you have millions of stupid comments. So let's say you become active and you start posting stupid things. Nobody will be suspicious. But every now and then you can post a stupid answer under something where it is relevant, so that your handler knows, they understood. Now, people probably will say, why not Facebook? Well, Facebook, the algorithm is against you. First of all, you have to be active member of a group to be able to follow it. Secondly, if you post something on your wall, that doesn't mean that your friends, and they would have to be connected to you, will actually see it, because Facebook decides what's important for you. Now, Reddit is ideal because there are roughly 2 billion comments on Reddit. It's the 7th most visited site in the United States, and if you don't want to be suspicious, you just look at some half-naked pictures every now and then. You make some comments, you could even make some political comments or ask questions. It's the 18th most visited website in the world, and you have 52 million daily active Reddit users. It's very, very difficult to monitor 52 active users and trying to find out if, bro, I don't agree with you, actually has a meaning or not. And there are 2.5 million different subreddits. So plenty of places to hide in the open. And everybody knows hiding in the open is the best way to hide. Now, we'll look quickly at the others. Facebook, I explained already, the algorithm is against you. And YouTube, you actively have to look for something. So, of course, every day you could look for Korean food and then make a filter and say only the new post for the last 24 hours. But at some point that could become suspicious because you actively do things and the algorithm would start suggesting videos to you. Now, WhatsApp, also very big, but it's not personal. WeChat, absolutely not private. Instagram, you have to follow people. Again, you have to make an active choice and people can see that you are following this person. QQ is not private. And we have TikTok. It's not private because you have to register. It's a Chinese company. And if your handler would like to communicate with you as a spy by showing half-naked videos, it might work, but otherwise it probably wouldn't work. And then we have Weibo, and it's also not private. So Reddit, where you can be anonymous, is the best option. Thanks for watching, and if you have any questions, please leave them in the comments.